Hello, folks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Uh, Talking about addiction tonight, folks. If you have a child or anybody in your family, that's suffering from addiction, folks, you have to kind of handle them with kid gloves, so to speak. And when I say that, I mean, if you're not for sure if that person's suffering from addiction, you just pick a good time to set them down and talk to them, one-on-one, and try to just be real calm about it and don't try to force that person to get treatment or anything like that, folks, because just like being with the narcissist, it can be just the same thing as same kind of danger. That person could get offended because you're questioning them about addiction. And they could have any kind of reaction towards you, because they know that they're probably using and stuff now, folks. And so you just kind of have to handle them with kids' gloves and find out if they got that addiction and try talking to them in a calm manner without being real aggressive about it and stuff, folks. And just point out to them, that the drugs aren't good for them or anything. And be real easy with them when you talk to them and stuff, folks. And if you don't get through to them that first time, folks, don't give up on them. Wait till another time when the time's good and have a talk with them, folks. And, try to sit them down and convince them about the drug use and stuff like that and what it can do to your body and stuff. And what it's doing to the family and things like that, folks. And try to see if you can find a calm way of talking that person into going into treatment and getting treated for those drugs, folks. Because they don't really realize the danger of it, not really. A lot of people that's addicted like that, folks, all they're looking forward to is the next drug that they can take, folks. They don't live a normal life like we do. They all they focus on is where they're going to get the next drug, folks. They don't think about the consequences that it causes, within the family or anything like that. So you just have to be real careful when you talk to them and know what to say, folks. And, I wanted to get on here and tell you that because I was thinking about that, folks, about all the families that suffer with somebody that's in their family that has addictions and things like that, folks. Sometimes we have to get to the point that we have to use the tough love thing. And the tough love thing is where, if you got a real close family member, just like my husband's got his granddaughter, and she wants to stay here, but, we know that she carries things like that on her, and we can't allow her to be on our property with that, folks. So we made up our minds that letting her stay here would be a big mistake. But on the other hand, you kind of get in the mood that you want to try to help that person realize, that it's dangerous, to your body, and that it's not safe for you to be around it and stuff, folks. But, like I said, I did mention to her that day that drugs wasn't no good for her, they could probably become dangerous to her health and stuff. But folks, I don't even think it registered with her because that's just the way people are when they're addicted to something and they know that they can't stop on their own. All they look forward to is when they're going to get to do it again, folks. So, me and my husband just figured that we really didn't need that problem or anything, folks, that we was going to have to cut ties because, you know, me and my husband's not getting any younger, and we have a happy home here, folks. And we don't want to mess that up by getting involved in something that is not good for our home or us or anything. And also, we realized that someone else was going to help her too that doesn't live in this state, folks. They was going to let her come to their place and stay, so we knew that she wasn't going to be completely out on the street. She did have someone else that she's going to be able to go to. And that's a good thing too, folks. Because, you know, she lost her kids and things, folks. So the person that's going to let her come up there and stay, they said that they're going to get custody of her children. You know, because her children's not around anymore, and the little girl's going through that problem and everything, folks. And on top of that, she has to go through life without her children because of that, folks. But anyway, yeah, me and my husband feel bad for her and everything, folks, and we're going to pray for her and everything. But if you have a happy home, folks, even if you got a family member that's has an addiction, it's not good to let that person hang around, because there could be more problems and that you really realize that goes along with that. And that's what my husband and I decided, okay? I mean, I know he loves his granddaughter, and he does worry that she's in a bad situation, folks, you know, as far as that's concerned. But he also knows that he has to kind of distance himself from that, because he has his own life now too, and that's with me. And he feels like it might put pressure on our home style and things like that, folks. But if we thought that she was going to be completely homeless, folks, that would be a different situation. Then we would probably have to make some kind of arrangements where she wouldn't be completely homeless. But in this case, she's not going to be, so yeah. We had to kind of back away and pull the tough love thing, because my husband said if she's messing with things like that, he can't allow that around our house. And, you know, those are hard decisions to make, folks, but they're the wise decisions. Because all the things that goes along with addiction, folks, it's a package deal. And when I say that, I mean, you're not only going to have to put up with the ideal that she's running, or he or whoever is addicted, folks, that they are going to go through some different changes, because if they're having problems with drug addiction, they might get violent, you never know, and tear up the house, or, you know, they might argue with you, and they might even get physical, folks, who knows? You know, because those drugs are dangerous to our bodies, and they're going to make us do different things that, you know, we normally wouldn't do under normal circumstances. But we still do love that girl, folks. And we pray that someday that she will see that that it's no good for her and it's not leading her anywhere. And maybe she'll help herself and not do that, folks. And if you have a family member or anything, folks, that is suffering from addiction, you can leave a reply in the reply box and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But today I've been busy, folks, with cleaning out from underneath my sink. And folks, I had a mess going up underneath there. I had all kinds of cleaners and things like that. And also I had some, empty things that needed to be thrown away and things like that. And I had to vacuum out my cabinet and get all the loose debris and stuff like that out. And now I got to clean the cabinet. And I got to take my cleaner that I got out from under the cabinet and put it in the bathroom in there. My husband said he doesn't want me to put no more stuff down there because our sprayer on our sink tore up. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a guy to come down here and put a new sprayer in. I use that sprayer a lot, folks. I use it like if the sink's dirty and I got to clean it out. And sometimes I spray the dishes and stuff off with it. And also I wash my husband's hair in it sometimes. So yeah, I missed that sprayer, folks. So he went and bought a new one, but it's too far. You would have to lay down and take some kind of tool and go up in there and loosen that and get it off the sink there. But we decided that we couldn't do that, folks, because we'd have to lay down on that cabinet, and I don't think we can do it, folks. So he's going to get a guy to come down here that does that kind of work, and he's going to get him to do it for us. But I just have to clean out from under the sink, folks. And that was a job. I didn't realize I had all that stuff, folks. But anyway, folks, if you have a person that's addicted, just be careful around them, folks, and try to talk to them. Well, thank you, and you have a nice night and a blessed night, too. You got this, folks. You're awesome. Bye-bye.